Mahomes to throw on second down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Chris Jones on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And, boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he's got some space here. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. Third down here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes going for it all. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the three there could come back to haunt them later on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Throwing is Newton, being chased down left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target, that's more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. Now Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Black 58 rail!
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Second and 10. Newton again. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And oh, it's blocked. Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey!
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Newton on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gano's kick is right through. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Robert Golden, the one who got him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Newton. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Bust through the tackle. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll lift it throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Black 58, rail! Black 58, rail!
Mahomes now on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Newton, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Shifts by him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal. Z. Here we go now.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4 minutes.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black 58, rail! Black 58, rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Partner, remember back in the first half when you talked about them passing up on the 3 when they went for it on 4th down?
Yeah, it changes your options, doesn't it? Because if they took the 3 there, we got a tie ball game on our hands, and maybe the thinking on this drive absolutely changes.
Yeah, you talked about filing that play away for later. Now we resurface it. He's back to throw. take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the Panthers coming out now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side, and he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level with everything
he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Extra point try, good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Throwing here, Newton. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A lot of scoring.